Aye, we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
Greetings, viewers and subscribers. So when we start today's journey, we are going to be giving you a bird's eye view again. We are at Runaway Bay in the parish of Senton. We are in the vicinity of the Green Grotto Cave and the Ultimate Jerk Center. So when we start today's journey, sit back, relax and enjoy the view. Now, before I started recording this video, we received information that a man, he was shot and killed last night in the Shooters Hill, Cold Spring area of Hanover. We are gathering all the details and we'll be updating this story in a subsequent video. Stand by for it. This first incident, it took place Friday night, April 7, about some minutes to 11 o'clock. It took place at Rock Spring in the Green Island Police area in the parish of Hanover. We are learning that a team of police officers, they were on patrol in the area when they saw a group of persons at a shop. The police, they stopped to make checks and a man who was sitting at the front of the shop, he got up and ran off to the back of the shop. The police officers chased him and caught up with him. He was searched and bingo. 1.38 revolver with the serial number intact containing 1.38 cartridge was found in this guy's waistband. As a result, he was arrested and charged for the offenses of possession of prohibited weapon and possession of prohibited ammunition. His name is Jair Smith. He is 18 years old and he's living in the same Rock Spring area of Hanover. Jair Smith, he'll be going to the courts shortly to face a judge. Hanover Police, job well done. Now, over in the parish of Westmoreland, this one took place yesterday afternoon, Sunday, April 9, about 2:30. It took place at the Shrewsbury housing scheme in the Petersfield area in the parish of Westmoreland. We are learning that a joint police military team, armed with a search warrant, they went to the home of a guy who the court had issued a bench warrant for. He was supposed to go to court, but he did not show up in court. His name is Ashwayne Stevenson, but he is popularly known as 90s. He is 32 years old. We are told that the joint police military team, they went to 90s' house. When 90s, on seeing the security team, it is alleged that he jumped through a window and ran next door. The police, they are alleging that they saw when he threw an object among some cane plants. 90s, he was accosted and the object that he threw away was retrieved and bingo. That object, it was found to be one Glock 9mm pistol with a magazine affixed containing 11 rounds of 9mm cartridges. As a result, 90s, he was arrested and charged for possession of prohibited weapon and ammunitions. And 90s, he'll be going to the courts shortly. Once again, officers, job well done. Now, do you remember the video I dropped on Saturday, April 8th? You remember this guy? Watch this.
Take a good look on this in my lot hand. See it, look. Me no take talk on no boy with this. Any day a boy run in for me kill him, murder him family. Any boy run for me, I show him how me clock wicked and turn. Me no take chat from people. Me a murderer. You me tell you something? At first and the last me a talk in a Jamaica to make them clock know who is me.
So that guy, he was found with a knife stuck in his neck at Cold Spring in the Betheltown police area on Friday morning, April 7. That guy, he was apparently killed from Thursday night. So many persons would have heard the guy talking and they thought that he was bluffing. No, he was not. This guy, his correct name is Neville Miller, but he was popularly known as Country. Country is from a place named Cave in the parish of Westmoreland. Country was a hoodlum who had been in and out of jail and in and out of prison. We are told that the last time he went to prison, he spent about 5 years or so in prison. We are also learning that country, he ran away from Kiev and he went to hide out at Cold Spring because he was wanted by the Bluefields police. We are also learning that country, he always have his gun, and the least little thing anyone said to him, he was reaching for his waist. Well, it looked like country's killer took him by surprise and him couldn't reach for his waist at all. Country, him ran away from the police because he didn't want to go back to prison. He chose the coffin instead. Now, my question to you is, are you gonna be saying rest in peace, country? Well, I won't. Based on all that I'm hearing, country, he played Hoodlum games and he ended up getting a Hoodlum prize. Now, in this next incident, that female on your screen, her name is Sarah Smith, but she's popularly known as Princess. On February 1 this year, Princess, she celebrated her 29th birthday. Princess is from Spanish Town in the parish of St. Catherine, but she had moved to Barbican district in the Sandy Bay area of Hanover, where she was living with her spouse. She used to work as a bartender, but for a while now, she has been unemployed. Listen this now, and listen carefully. What we are learning is that Princess, she began having some mental issues and she started roaming the street of Sandy Bay and surrounding areas. Her spouse tried talking to her, but things got worse. We are told that he tried getting help for her, but it didn't work out. As a result, he gave up on her. Princess' situation got worse and she could now be seen on the street day and night. She could be seen cussing out everybody and damaging people's property. Now, let me say something before I continue. The truth must be told. You know, one of the biggest failures of successive administrations in Jamaica, I talk about political administrations. One of the biggest failures for successive administrations is addressing mental health issues. The truth is, in most parishes, as a matter of fact, there is only one parish in Jamaica with a facility that's dedicated to treat mentally ill patients. So in most parishes, if someone is having a mental breakdown and is acting out of line, persons normally call the police. But the question is, what can the police do? Lock up the person in jail? The police will tell you that when they try to get help for such person, there is little or no help forthcoming. I am told that Friday night, April 7, about 9 o'clock, Princess, she went to the Sandy Bay police station. She was butt naked. She had a red and white blouse and a pair of jeans pants in her hands. The police, they knew Princess. They spoke to her and they encouraged her to put on her clothes. Princess complied. Remember now, the officers would have known her and they would have seen her roaming the street all the time. So Princess' behavior Friday night was not anything strange to the officers. Now, after Princess put on her clothes, Princess went to the garbage bin at the station. She picked up some garbage and she started throwing them at the police. Princess then ran out of the station. We are told that the police, they made some calls to the Noel Holmes Hospital mental health care department, but they got no answer. That was after 9 o'clock, Friday night, Good Friday. I am almost sure no one was at that mental health department. So Princess left and she left roaming the street again. Well, yesterday morning, Sunday, April 9, about some minutes after 7 o'clock, Sarah Smith, also known as Princess, she was seen naked, face down and floating in the Magati River in the same Barbican area in the Sandy Bay area where she lived. Princess was seen floating about 1.5 yards from the riverbank. You remember the red and white blouse and the pair of jeans pants that I told you she had left the station in? They were found on the riverbank about some 50 yards away from where Princess' body was found. The police, they were called and they commenced investigation. We are told that a postmortem examination will be done to find out what really caused Princess' death. Now, as soon as any more information becomes available, I will certainly be updating this story. But it's a sad end for Princess. And I have my suspicion. Yeah, man, I have my suspicion. And I can tell you this. I am not suspecting foul play. I am told that Princess, she loved going swimming. People in Lucy will tell you that early mornings, sometimes they see Princess swimming naked in the sea in Lucy. Sad indeed. So, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to do it. Also, if you are over here watching our video and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button. As also, hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be the first to be notified. In the final story for today, this one took place early Saturday morning, April 8th, about 2 o'clock. It took place in front of the PurgeLLENG on Merrick Boulevard in Queens in New York. Now, let me tell you about the guy on your screen first. His name is Jevaughn Jameison, but he was popularly known as Blingaz. Blingaz is 23 years old and he's from Franklyn town in Kingston. We are learning that Blingaz, he has been living in the United States for a little bit over 3 years. His mother had filed for him and he was living in Florida with his mother. But Florida was too slow for Blingaz. He wanted to live the so-called American lifestyle. So Blingaz, he moved to New York. Well, Friday night, Blingaz and some friends, they were at the PurgeLLENG when Blingaz, he got into an argument with a group of guys. Look on your screen. This is now Saturday morning. There is Blingaz talking on his cell phone. These two guys, they are gonna end up being Blingaz killers. If you notice, one of the guys, he walked away and the other one is talking to Blingaz. The guy who is talking to Blingaz, and you know how YouTube policy go already. I'm gonna have to edit and tell you what is happening. But the guy who is talking to Blingaz, he took out a gun and boxed Blingaz with the gun. Blingaz ran off and the guy fired 2 shots at him. Now, this guy, he was the guy who walked off earlier. This was well planned out. So, his crony is shooting at Blingaz and another guy. See them running? This guy, he pulled a gun and fired at Blingaz and the other guy. Apparently, he shot Blingaz because Blingaz fell and the other guy, he escaped. Now, this guy, he was the person who finished off Blingaz. Just like that. Now, I dropped the video over on Patreon. I'll be dropping the other video. Even in New York, the mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newsling and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it country back, give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica.